Welcome back to Thai Dreamer. Today's topic is about two different Thailand. Enjoy it.
오늘 숨어있는 맛집이었네.
This bowl of noodles cost me 40 baht, about $1. The woman who made it has probably stood at the same store in the same heat for 20 years. And on a good night, she'll take home maybe $10. 10 minutes from here, in a country most tourists think they understand. Someone just spent more than that on a single cocktail without looking at the price. This is Thailand, but it's not one Thailand, it's two. And once you see the line between them, you can't unsee it.
อร่อยมากๆขอบคุณครับ
This is the Thailand you came for, the one on the postcards and the travel reels. Cheap, warm, alive. A country that seems to run on street food and good weather. And the numbers behind it really are wired, in a good way for a visitor. The minimum wage here, even in a rich tourist province like Phuket, is 400 baht a day. That's about $12 for a full day's work. It is one of the highest rates in the country, and it's still less than you'd tip on a nice dinner back home. The vendors, though, aren't even on that wage. Most of them work in what's called the informal economy. No contract, no benefits, no safety net. Cash in a drawer at the end of the night. And that informal world is not small. It's more than half of everyone working in Thailand. Around 21 million people. Some of them to find. A good pork skewer store in a busy spot can clear 2, even 3,000 baht a night. That's real money here, more than a lot of office jobs pay. But it's fragile. There's no pension behind it, no sick pay. One bad month, one health scare, and there's nothing underneath. This is the Thailand you drive through. It's the one that greets you, feeds you, sells you a beach chair. It's generous, and it's visible, and it's everywhere. Which is exactly why the other Thailand is so easy to miss. Thailand is home to around 50 billionaires. 50. That puts this country, by some counts, among the top 10 in the world for billionaires. More than France, more than Japan, more than Singapore. You've almost certainly funded one of them without knowing it. Ever had a Red Bull? The family behind it is one of the richest in the country. That agriculture and retail empire whose stores are on every corner? Another clan worth tens of billions. These families don't live in the Thailand you're walking through. They live above it, in penthouses in Bangkok, in private members' club, behind the walls of gated estates. There's even a word for their word, high society. And unlike the quiet rich of some countries, Thai high-so culture doesn't hide it. It's polo matches and championship horses, supercars, fashion, parties, magazine covers, wealth worn openly, proudly on display. And it's here too, right on the coast you're filming. The hills above these beaches are stacked with private pool villas. The kind that sell for 30, 40 million baht and up, both by wealthy Thais and by foreigners. For a view of the same sea, the vendor down the road will never own a meter of.
Hey, beautiful. Wanna go?
Same island, same sunset. Two completely different countries watching it. So how big is the gap really?
ขอบคุณครับ
Big enough that Thailand keeps showing up near the top of every list you don't want to top. Thailand has one of the most unequal income distributions in Southeast Asia, worse than most of its neighbors. The richest tenth of the country holds more than half of all its wealth. And one widely cited report a few years back put the figure even more starkly, that the richest 1% of Thais controls somewhere around 2/3 of the nation's wealth. Now, economists argue about the exact number, and the method matters. But no serious version of the math makes this country look equal. Every honest measure lands in the same place. A very small group at the very top and a very long way down to everyone else. Think about what that means on this street. The woman with the noodle cart and the man in the hillside villa aren't just in different tax brackets. They are in different economies, different rules, different futures. The distance between them isn't 10 minutes up the road, it's generations. And here's the part that surprised me most. The gap is not an accident, it's a structure. It's built to hoard. So much of Thai wealth runs through families, clans really. Empires passed down and kept in the bloodline. Food, retail, real estate, energy, finance, whole industries dominated by a handful of names that show up again and again, generation after generation. And those names don't just have money.
สวัสดีครับ
They have reach into business, into politics, into the networks that decide who gets a contract and who gets a permit. It's an old system. Anthropologists have a name for it, patron and client. The powerful protect the lawyer. The lawyer keep the powerful in place. Favor for favor, all the way up. For the woman at the noodle vendor, none of that is available. There's no ladder from the informal economy up into the world of the clans. The two Thailands don't really connect. One inherits, the other just works. So, I want to be careful here. This isn't a sad story, and it's definitely not a story about people who need your pity. The energy on this street is real. The pride is real.
เท่าไหร่ครับ
The woman making these noodles isn't waiting to be rescued. She's running a business, feeding a neighborhood, and she's very good at it.
ขอบคุณครับ
But when you travel somewhere, I think you owe it more than the postcard. And the honest truth about this place is that there are two of them, living in the same sunshine, and only one of them ever showed up in the brochure. The next time you're here, eating for $1, tipping without thinking, booking a villa on a hill, it's worth remembering. You're not visiting one country. You're standing on the line between two. This has been the two Thailands. Thanks for walking it with me.